Day is done, day is done, day is done. We had fun, we had fun, we had fun. In the creek, in the woods, at our school. All is well, all is well, all is well. See you soon, see you soon, see you soon. Love is here, love is here, love is here. Hi, Seed Keepers. Welcome to our closing circle for this week. And I have a special friend and guest here with us today, Laura, who's my roommate. And Laura is an artist, and I know all of you have been creating art throughout the year, and some of you really love art a lot, and all of you are artists in your own way. So Laura is going to guide us today in a little exploration and creation. And Laura, I was wondering if you would share with our Seed Keeper friends what it means to you to be an artist.
Yeah, I think when Che says that everyone is an artist, I really believe that. And I think it's just about connecting with all the beautiful things around you. So I think an artist is someone who can see beauty in the world. So maybe that's beauty in the sky or the trees. Maybe it's noticing the beauty of another person's face or the way that they sing a song. Or maybe it's even being able to see like the beauty of water in a glass and just the way that it moves, and noticing how the water looks different from the stems or the flowers. And so art for me is a way that I want to understand the things that I find really beautiful. So when I draw something like these flowers, maybe I am looking at them more deeply than I would be if I were just looking at it. Because when I go to draw it, I'm really noticing the shape of the curve of that flower, each little individual petal when I go to draw the flower. So
maybe I can even hold that one up for them.
Yeah. So you see all the little different petals there? Yeah. And so that's for me the reason that it's fun to be an artist. And I think I'm being an artist all the time, not just when I'm drawing or maybe playing with clay, but just when I'm out in the world looking at how beautiful everything is.
Thank you for sharing with us, Laura. So what are we going to be exploring with today?
So today we're going to be looking for things out in nature that we find beautiful and interesting. Specifically, we're looking for things that we can fit between sheets of paper so that we can put them underneath the paper, like this leaf. And we're going to be doing charcoal rubbings. So this and this are both from this leaf. And I don't know if you all know what this leaf is. This is a sage leaf. And if you rub leaves sometimes, you can smell them.
Nice.
So that's what we'll be doing. So we're going to go on a nature walk, and we're going to be looking for flat things. So things like leaves or feathers that can fit between pages of paper. That being said, our beautiful flower here, I wonder, is this flat or is this round? Let's see. Flat things are going to fit. Thank you, Shay. They're going to fit under the paper. So when I set that there and put the paper on top, you see how there's a lot of space between those pages? We could try it and it might work, but what we're really looking for are things that are flat like this leaf, and when you put the paper down, there's less space between the pages. So, Shay, are you ready to go on a nature walk?
I'm ready. And I think that our seed keepers, something I heard you say is that when you are looking for beauty throughout your day, you are seeking to notice more deeply by looking at things very closely. And at Seed Keepers, we put on our naturalist eyes when we go on wanders, so all of you can remember and reconnect with that. And we're walking a bit more slowly so that we can notice more deeply the details of what we're passing, and something might speak to us and we want to bring it with us for this art project. Okay.
Very nice, very nice.
Here we go.
Okay. All right.
I'm holding the camera.
We're putting them on. Shay only has one, but I have two. Here's the other one. Okay.
There we go.
Perfect.
We're ready. Okay. Let's see. How do I turn it around?
It's fine. We're gonna take you all on a nature walk, and the camera's gonna continue to face us as we look for things.
Okay. All right. We're just gonna go with it like this. Maybe I'll point it towards the ground.
Yeah. So we're walking slowly and looking for beauty. There's beauty everywhere, no matter where you go. So look, what are we finding here? Oh, some beautiful, maybe this is a seed of the grass?
Looks like a plant called bluegrass.
Do you think that this might fit under the pages of a book?
I think it might be worth a try.
Let's try some. Okay. Thank you, grass.
All right.
Let's
First
keep
collection.
wandering. I'm noticing a lot of clover as we walk. One thing about this yard is there are many four-leaf clovers, but today we will pick these three-leaf clovers. Thank you, clovers.
Oh, and some mushrooms.
Wow. I wonder what those would look like under the paper.
And maybe a little seed treasure as well right here.
What? Aha! Oh, wow. What is that? Is that a worm?
Oh my gosh, the root's coming out.
No way!
Wow!
Well,
That is a treasure. Let's see if we can hold it closely. And do y'all see that the root is coming out of this maple seed? That's amazing.
very cool. We'll definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
There's the root, right? Or could you point it
Yeah.
out there? That,
The
root.
squiggly line right here that the camera's almost focusing on. Ooh. Yeah, this squiggly line is the root, and this is the seed.
Wow.
Wow.
What a
Okay.
special discovery.
Yeah. All right. I think we have some things gathered.
Okay. Should we return?
I feel good about it. Let's do this under the umbrella.
Oh, yeah. We're getting a little sprinkle. So we have our treasures. We're going back to our art table. Yeah, we better cover your book. Nice. Okay. And here we go.
So here are some different things that we found in the yard here. Some maple seeds and our special seed with the root, as well as all the maple seeds here, as well as some moss that I found on my walk this morning. And over here we have a big clover and a feather and a mushroom. So let's see what these things look like under the paper. First we're gonna let's try the feather. So this is a feather I found on a walk. And first we're gonna try it with, this is charcoal from a store that was made in a factory, and it's pressed really fine, so it's really easy to work with. And you'll notice, so I'm rubbing really lightly, and you're not seeing very much. So let's see what happens when I push a little harder. Just rubbing back and forth. It's really catching on the quill, the middle of that feather. Oh wow, when I push down hard, look at the feather outline. Do you see?
Wow.
So that's the feather. And then I'm going to move the feather up. And this is charcoal from a fire that we had in the yard. So this is charcoal made from wood. And if you like to have fires at home, after the fire cools down the next day, you can use it for art. So there is the feather with the darker charcoal and the lighter charcoal. And you can see the line, that curve of the line here and the curve of the line here. So feathers are nice and flat and they fit under the paper. So we're going to try something a little less flat now, something that's a little bit, you see how that is it's not very flat. It's a little bit thicker. We're going to try it under the paper and see what happens. I'm actually going to do it upside down because I'm curious how that texture is going to look. So first I'm going to do it with the charcoal from the store. Well, you can see the stem of the mushroom. Oh, the lines didn't show up because it got smushed. Let's see what happens when we use the other charcoal. Well, you can see the shape of the mushroom. All right. What should we try next, Shay?
I think we might want to try the maple seed. Or actually, I'm curious about the clover.
All right. Let's see. So I'm going to flatten, see how it wants to spring up because it's very fresh and new. I'm going to flatten it down so that it fits under the paper. And let's try it with this store charcoal first. I'm holding the charcoal flat and just rubbing it back and forth. Ooh.
Nice.
Cool. And this is a way that art is helping you understand more about the world because you're really getting to see the curve of this clover in a way that you might not notice it if you were just looking at it. But we're almost like making a footprint of the clover on paper. So it's like the clover is leaving its footprint here.
And that's the charcoal from the fire?
That's the fire charcoal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, should we try anything else?
Maybe one last artist pick.
All right. I want to try the moss. So look at all the different textures in that moss. So I'm curious if this shows up. Let's find out.
Laura, does the art you're creating ever come out in a way that you didn't imagine it?
Oh yeah, all the time. I think the point is an experiment. That's the fun of it. So right now, in this moment, I had no idea what this was going to look like. And like it didn't show all the texture that you can see here. It actually looks quite different. So sometimes it's fun to just like even see what you can see in what you make and ask like, what does that look like? So maybe is there an animal or a shape that maybe that looks like? Yeah, I almost see like I almost see like a bear in this, like the ears here and like a nose and ears.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I don't know. Is there
a sheep?
Oh,
Or a cow, like the splotchies of a cow.
Yeah,
Black and white cow.
You could give it legs.
Wow.
And a tail.
Nice. How cool.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to do this at home, all you need is paper and your own beauty findings in the world, as well as charcoal, which can be either from a fire. This is from wood that was burned in a fire, or from the store. And what would also work for this project are chalk pastels, if you're an artist type at home and you happen to have these, or just regular chalk that you use on a chalkboard would work well too.
And maybe crayons?
You could totally try it with crayons.
Yeah. Nice. So we'll close with our closing song. So find your snaps, or your claps, or your stomps. Learn to live your life with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind, and love all living kind as you would love yourself. Learn to live your life with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind, and love all living kind as you would love yourself. Learn to live your life with all your heart and all your soul and mind, and love all living kind. Thank you, Laura, for being with us today and sharing your beauty making.
Yeah, thanks for asking me to. This was fun. Bye, Seed Keepers.